Hello, so in this tutorial we are going to learn how to install Red Hat Linux or how to install any Linux distribution on VMware, right? So installation can be done in two ways. One is in the dual booting manner and second is in virtual manner, right? So difference between both of these is that in case you are installing Linux in dual booting manner, then in that case you can start any one of the operating systems. Like if you turn on your system, then in that case it will ask you that which operating system you want to start, whether you want to start Windows or you want to start Linux. So depending upon the selection that you make or the automatic timeout, it will start one operating system out of both, right? So it will either you will work in either one of those. You can work in Linux or you can work in Windows. So after you're done with one operating system, you will turn it off and then switch on your system again, and then you can start the other operating system, right? And whereas installing Linux or installing any operating system virtually is that you need to install the application first. You need to install any platform first which will allow you to host two or more operating systems, which will allow you to host multiple operating systems on the same machine, right? So your base machine can be Windows, your base machine can be Linux, and you will install VMware or you will install VirtualBox in that machine, and after that you can configure multiple operating systems in that machine, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to start this VMware I have already started, and now we can install multiple operating systems in this, and they will act as different applications. It is same as starting Notepad and starting Paint and starting any other application parallelly, and you can work in all of those, right? So it doesn't deal with it doesn't matter that whether you are working in one operating system and you cannot start the other. Yes, we can do, right? So for installing a new virtual machine, what you need to do, click on new virtual machine. So I'm going with recommended settings. Next. So out of both of these, either you can have the physical disk with you of the operating system that you want to start, or you can use any ISO file. So I have already downloaded the CentOS and you can browse it. So I have CentOS here, right? And I'm opening it. So it has detected the CentOS operating system 64-bit. So going next, personalize Linux. So give any name, CentOS7, right? Username. This, be very careful in this, because here you are creating an ordinary user, right? Root user will be existing, but now you can create any ordinary user here, and you need to assign its password, and be careful that this password is for both user and root accounts, right? So if you which password you are giving, because this will be applicable to both of the root users and the ordinary user, right? Maximum disk size 20. Power on this virtual machine after creation. Finish. And so it has created this virtual machine. It has started the installation process. If you see, it is starting package installation process. Everything is going on according to the predefined processes. As you have seen that it is installed and we are good to go. So it is displaying the regular user, one ordinary user on the front screen. You can click on this and you can enter the password, or you can configure the desktop for the root user. So I'm logging in with the root user, and this is the username I have entered. And what is the password? Remember, I told you that we need to memorize the password that we enter at the front. It is both for the root user and for the uh, so we have just signed in, and this is the desktop displayed in front of us, and it is asking us to select the language, so English, and start using CentOs. So here we have configured our desktop, and you can open the terminal and you can click on the applications icon, and it will display you all the applications. Is also ready. So you have logged in as root user, and this is your terminal. So you can enter the commands here and you might execute the commands. So this is how you install the CentOS or any Linux distribution. You can use Red Hat or you can use CentOS. So basically installation process will always be the same. Difference between virtualization and dual booting, that is very important. So in case you want to run multiple operating system parallelly, so you should use the virtual box or VMware workstation, and in case you want to keep them separate, then you can use dual booting. And